Hello, Twin Flame Collective. I am so excited to be doing this reading for you today. My name is Tanya Vargo. If you're interested in a private reading with me, you may DM me or email me at tanya@earthangeleverlasting.com. So I'm so excited about this reading today. So what we have right here, we have the Divine Masculine. It's the Divine Masculine towards the Divine Feminine, the Divine Feminine towards the Divine Masculine, and then the Divine Masculine towards the Karmic, and then in his future, the Karmic, the Divine Feminine's future feelings towards the Divine Masculine, and then the Divine Masculine's feelings and future towards the Divine Feminine. So let's get into this. So I always think today I really thought I was going to use different decks than what I used. But I was drawn to give this one for the Divine Masculine. And I was like, well, no naked deck today. And they're like, no. He wants to figure something out and learn. And then the first card out is the Ace of Swords. So I kind of started laughing. And I never know which decks I'm going to use or why. But they really do trigger me to say different things sometimes by the pictures. And I love this deck for sure. And there's definitely cards in this deck where I say things they come out my mouth a little different when I see the pictures versus the traditional or, so here we go. So right out the bat, there's a truth that came out or some clarity that the Divine Masculine got about his relationship towards the Divine Feminine. Right now, the Divine Feminine's in a space of she still feels like he could be juggling. There's a lot, whether it's just like work and family and things like that, or, multiple partners, which is that's what this card can mean many times too. And then from her perspective, she might just have a lot on her plate and her life could be just a complete insane circus, right? That's how my life is. Their differences are the karmic. When I put this card down, I just laughed. I'm the karmic. Classy, bougie, trashy, and so I just kind of started laughing. So I ultimately knew, obviously the Divine Masculines want to learn today, so they don't need the distracting naked cards, but there's just some fun. Whenever I put her down, she's like, I'm the karmic. So in this deck, I know. So we're having difficulties with the karmic. In their similarities, Spirit has come in, this is judgment, and has cleared some things out for the both of them. Blazed trails. We did just have the new moon in Taurus, which is about letting go of things you don't need anymore. And then the Scorpio full moon before that, just, it's about ending everything, right? So we probably had a lot of drama lately. And then they could also be both just judging each other, right? Making decisions. Because emotionally, they both know this is a spiritual connection, right? They know it's a twin flame connection. They know they are meant to be together. They both know this emotionally. So some of this judgment could be just discernment about moving forward with this spiritual connection that they both emotionally feel, especially in the 5D right now. In the physical, they're looking over the seeds they planted, thinking how to move forward. How are we even going to move forward? What have we planted here? What kind of garden will we end up growing, But it's a really, grounding energy about growing and moving forward. Mentally, they're both using their intuition. They're frightened. There's things, to move forward, thank goodness he's getting some clarity about this union now, and Spirit has stepped in to help with that. So they just mentally need to both use their intuition, to move through the darkness, and they'll get through it. So in Divine Feminine's part, she's feeling like, woohoo, I'm ready to jump off a cliff for this man. She's just ready for them to do it. She's ready to take that innocent leap of faith, jump off the cliff, and just get their new beginning going. The Divine Masculine, this is so funny. This is why I know this deck came out. The Divine Feminine is his victory. And what I normally say with this card is it's his trophy wife, right? He sees her as a trophy wife or trophy girlfriend. She is the trophy. So, and I love this card because I love her little outfit. I just think it's so cool. Okay, so their differences have been, you know, definitely some harsh words, some nasty little harsh words, the truth coming out, you know, people just saying some nasty little things and the truth as they see it, and then just taking off, right? It's a little bit brutal, and it's been difficult for them to move forward quickly in this relationship. They're similar in that there has been, you know, a lot of challenges and conflict, but ultimately they both feel like with the Seven of Wands, they will prevail. And with this card, I'm like, you know, I think Divine Feminine just kind of has herself in a bubble right now. Like she's not even paying attention to everything around her. Like if you see this, she's in a bubble, and all these wands are coming for her, and she's got a little protection of white light around her, and she's not even, whatever, I'm impervious to this. You know, like, not my problem. I'm gonna be fine. I'm just gonna put this protection around me, do my thing, keep my head to the ground, and I'll prevail, you know. Emotionally, she's very similar to the Divine Masculine. They're similar. They both want this partnership. They both want union. The Two of Cups. He has the Lovers in this position. She has the Two of Cups. So it's the same type of energy. In the physical or physically, they both feel stabbed in the back. They both feel, you know, like some stuff that's gone on has just been complete overkill. In a traditional deck, the Ten of Swords is usually a guy laying on the ground with 10 swords stabbed in his back. You know, like, we were good at 3. Why did we have to lodge 7 more? Like, was that necessary? So that's kind of the space they're in. Mentally, they're both each other's star. I mean, look, she's his trophy, right? They mentally think each other's a star. They're each other's hope, each other's, like, wish come true, you know? So for his feelings towards the Karmic, there's some sort of offer he wants to make the Karmic, small, little, tiny gesture or gift. Nothing big, nothing ginormous, just something very small, possibly some money, maybe a gift, maybe me for coffee. Karmic is like, she doesn't even know how to move forward. She's stuck. Like, I can't even see how to move forward in this situation, and I feel stuck, basically. They're both having difficulties moving on and moving forward. It's the Eight of Cups. So normally, you know, you can kind of read that as they're just leaving a bunch of cups, a big mess behind to move on. And it's in their challenges. They're both similar in that, you know, they'd like to bring balance to the situation and charge ahead, possibly move on. You know, this is a lot of moving on. Emotionally, they both probably feel like they're owed an apology. There's some nostalgia. Emotionally, maybe they're thinking about a reconciliation or the good old days. you know, in physical or in the physically. Some of you, this is going to be that there's see, it's like in the center. See how it's in the center? That there was a lot of focus on the divine feminine, who's the Queen of Wands. And if you look in yesterday's reading, the divine masculine saw the divine feminine as the Queen of Wands. So, and I'm just remembering that, or being, well, whether I'm remembering it or spirit is like, remember, she was the Queen of Wands yesterday. Okay. So, she's at the center of all this, right? And, the divine masculine saw the divine feminine as the Queen of Wands yesterday. So for some of you, she's going to be like in the physical, what the whole thing's about. Or for some of you, it's just going to be like, you know, the divine masculine and the divine feminine are divine masculine and the karmic are in an energy of, you know, being the center of attention, very ambitious, everybody's best friend, whooping it up, the life of the party, right? That very vivacious thing. Mentally, there's too much defeat, like so much defeat, so much conflict, you know? And so I was like, okay, well, with all this, what's gonna happen? So the divine masculine's future with the karmic is like, listen, I'm healing from this ending. This is healing, resting. And this is an ending. It's over, right? Because it was so burdensome, 10 of Wands. So I'm resting from this ending that was so burdensome right now. But I will come in and give a stable offer, and drop my guard. 9 of Wands, I get knocked down, but I get up again, and give it to the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And the reason I know it's the divine feminine and not the karmic is because here's the Queen of Pentacles in the divine feminine, okay? So here we go. So the divine feminine is like, you know, I want to move on. I want to move forward to the future with a passionate, you know, new beginning. I know we need to, you know, rebirth this and bring in some temperance, and balance this situation out, even the opposites, so that we can manifest this new love together as the Queen of Pentacles. As I'm, you know, she's the Queen of Pentacles in his future. She's the Queen of Pentacles in her future. She's like, but it's a stalemate right now because I'm all caught up in my head, you know. I don't want any more swords to drop. I don't want any more conflict, you know, so I'm on a pause, and it's a stalemate, basically, probably until he does something, right? So his future towards the divine feminine is, listen, I have a lot of regrets over all these spilled cups, but guess what? We still have these two. And I've learned from my mistakes. I know how to keep these cups up, I promise. Okay? These fell, but I promise there's two more. We still have things to build on. And I've learned. You know, and then again, he's like, see how he was, the 9 of Wands over here. Once I get back up again, I get knocked down. I'm going to bring it to the Queen of Wands. Same thing. This is the 9 of Wands again. I'm knocked down, but I'm going to get up again. And I'm going to manifest this thing. I know we're in a ending right now. I'm resting. See, he was resting over here. Same, it's the same. It's the 4 of Swords. I am resting. But I promise you, I'm going to give you my cup of love. I am going to offer you my cup of love. We will come out of suspension. I will stop holding back and just spying on you. And I will offer you stability as a king. I will be the man.